And you're welcome back. A poultry farmer known as Nana, believed to be in his 50s, is currently on the run after he was alleged to have killed and burnt one of his workers at New Techiman near Tanoso in the Bonohafu region. The deceased, popularly known as Abe, believed to be in his early 40s and also a farmer, usually helped Nana, the poultry farmer, on his farm. According to Abe's sister, the deceased was last seen on Saturday, informing his mother that he was traveling but has since never returned. His burnt body was later discovered in a bush close to the poultry farm of Nana on Monday 24th. And before we speak to our correspondent Anas Sabit, let's get an eyewitness account of what actually happened.
3 days, Mrs.
3 days ago, my niece told my mother that my brother had traveled. So we also assumed he had traveled, just as she was informed. We've been looking for him since then. We were later called and told that his body was lying at the back of the poultry house of one Nana. We all moved to the place when we were hinted, only to realize he had escaped.
And we'll try and get in touch with our correspondent Anas Sabit later to bring us the latest on who this person was, as well as the kind of relationship he had with the culprit. Whilst we try to get our correspondent on the line, let's look at another story. And the principal of the Ghana International School, Dr. Mary Ashan, says moral degradation and fear for failure is a major contributor to examination malpractice. Examination malpractice has been an issue the West African examination body has been fighting for some time now. Dr. Asbodo has more in the following report.
I'd like to welcome you all to our school.
At the Maiden Time Educators Conference in Accra, Dr. Mary Ashen said in order to deal with cheating, measures should be put in place for students who fail at certain points of their education to make something meaningful out of their life.
As a school that is privileged to have the resources that we had, we thought it wasn't right that we keep it all to ourselves, and so we extended an invitation to other schools to join us, and not just other private and national schools, but local schools as well.
She also reiterated the need for teachers to be regularly encouraged to give off their best.
Really to share with one another, build one another up, encourage them as teachers, because sometimes it can seem like a thankless job. And so for them to remember that you're valued, you're appreciated, and this is the best job in the world. Dr. Mary Ashen said the conference is aimed at sharing knowledge among teachers and also exposes them to 21st century learning.
Broke the 4 minutes.
Professor Stephen Sider of Wilfrid Laurier University, Canada, said culture, attitude and perception are barriers the world needs to deal with. He, however, said global citizenship is a tool that will help students understand the world they live in.
Whether that is in Ghana, South Africa, Iraq, Canada, some of our students will never have the opportunity to move or to travel to another place. So how do we help them develop an understanding of the world in which we live? We can start with adding some things to their day or to the year. We can talk about contributions that cultures have had.
Professor Steve Sider called on teachers to see themselves as change agents.
For many of us, piti piti, tipai pai, Zwazo Fenish, little by little, straw by straw, we build a nest in which our students learn about the world, contribute to the world, and take action to change the world.
Some of the participants shared some important lessons they learned from the conference.
It looks like in Africa, documentation is really not our thing. And there's so much we are doing that we don't document, for which reason we don't get heard.
We learned how to use technology in the classroom, and we looked at how to use the Google Classroom, Google Documents, so that whilst you teach, even a student who is not in the classroom can go to the site and see your lesson. You know, they can view the whole lesson. do the exercises even when they were not in the classroom, and that is really helpful. And parents can also see what you are teaching and be able to help their children do their work.
And let's return to our earlier story about the 50-year-old man who's allegedly killed one of his workers, killed and burnt him. The deceased, we are told, was a 40-year-old man. I'm joined on the line now by our correspondent, Anas Sabit. He's been following the story. Anas, are you able to tell us what sort of person the deceased was?
The deceased, according to family members, is a farmer. He's a 56-year-old farmer who is also a friend to the man who has allegedly killed him. He goes to his farm, the poultry farm, to help him on business from time to time. But we cannot tell exactly what led to the killing of this particular farmer who has been killed. Reports regarding indicate that he excused or he told his family that he's traveling with the man who has allegedly killed him, and ever since on Saturday he hasn't been seen. He was spotted yesterday at around 11 a.m. In the bush, then beyond recognition, and that's when they realized, according to some of the farmer of the poultry farmer, carried out this heinous crime and then dumped the body of the 56-year-old farmer into the bush to divert the attention of the people.
Anas, do you have information as to what kind of relationship the deceased had with the farmer?
Well, as I stated earlier on, they are friends. He's been helping the poultry farmer on several occasions. So I can say he is more or less like an employee of the deceased, even though he's not he's not fully employed by the poultry farmer, but he works with him as a friend, and he has been helping him on several occasions. But the sad news about the whole thing is the people of the community, upon spotting the body of this 66-year-old who has been burnt, they wanted to attack the poultry farmer and kill him as well. He was able to run away, and as we speak now, no one knows his whereabouts. And sadly, they have to attack his poultry farm, setting his residence ablaze, including some parts of the poultry farm, and most of them we've seen, or as we speak now, are trying to move away the birds from the farm in retaliation of what happened to the man. Even though there's no clear, it hasn't been clearly stated that he is the one who killed the 56-year-old.
Indeed, and from what you're saying, Anas, the residents are upset about what has happened. But what is the police saying about the incident?
Well, I don't want to say it's getting out of hand. The police are here as we speak. The police are unable to control the angry mob who are threatening to attack the police. The police are trying to stop them from attacking the man or his property. The police are remaining tight-lipped on the case. They don't want to speak because, according to them, they do not have first-hand information on what actually led to the killing of that particular man. The police can't speak because they don't know what actually happened. But the people, the community members are refusing to adhere to the call of the police to, exercise patience until they achieve their investigation. So the police are not speaking. The people are also refusing to adhere or to listen to the police call to remain calm. So it's getting out of hand. I just saw the military getting here, and the fire service are also in to put out the fire that has already been set by the angry mob.
All right, thank you very much, Anas Sabit, our correspondent in the Bunua-Hafu region, bringing us details of that sad story about the 50-year-old man allegedly killing and burning one of his workers, a 40-year-old man. But you're still here on News Desk on Joy News on Multi TV. Shortly.